Welcome back to Bushcraft Evolution. I know it's been a very long time since I had a video last, and I know you guys have been waiting impatiently, and I thank you for that. I'm filming in the man cave, and the reason being is very high winds today, and I don't want that to interfere with the speaker and make the sound quality just not that great. So, in today's video, what I plan to do is show you kind of a compact survival kit. So like everybody's been doing these let's see, Altoids tin, coffee cans, all these different types of containers that they've been putting survival stuff in to see how small or how big or how compact or whatever. They're throwing those kits together and putting those videos out. So what I decided to do was create my own, which, as you can see, yes, you see a can, a mug, and various things sticking in and out of it. So what we're going to do is go over what I did and show you not the kit, not the #1 kit. There's things that you could put in and take out. There's other substitutions. There's different ways of doing this and doing that. It depends on your situation, your climate, your needs, your plan for that day to even need to have a survival kit. So this is open for interpretation. This is, you know, you make it yours, you make it work for you. And basically what I did was just threw something together. This isn't a kit that I would generally carry because I like to have haversacks or Polish bread bag or whatever. I like to have, you know, the things that I need. So I just thought I would throw a quick video together to show you kind of, you know, what everybody else has been doing and show you the kind of kit that I threw together real quick. So hang tight. I'm going to get you brought in a little closer and set up a table. So stay tuned. Okay, so what you see here is a stainless steel mug. And what we'll do is go over sort of what's on the outside first, and then we'll get into the can. So from the outside, the first thing you see is a bandana. And, you know, bandanas serve multiple purposes, from filtration to wiping sweat to washing dishes or pots or whatever. Water filtration. You can use it for medical reasons, and if you have 100% cotton like I do, you can cut it and make char cloth, some sort of char material. So that's wrapped around the handle just for, you know, to have it basically. So next thing up would be a hank of jute twine, also multiple purposes. You can use it for fire starting, you can use it for hanging ridge lines, you can use it to hang a line to dry clothes. Multiple reasons to have jute twine, multiple purposes. So again, another multi-use item. A hank of not #6 but #10 bank line, and I think this one was about 20-25 feet. This one is closer to 40 to 50 feet. You know, you need cordage when you're out, and I have #10 because it's small enough that you can use this for fishing. So that is why I have the #10, not the #36 for this kit here. Next up, liquid IV hydration electrolyte mix. This happens to be passion fruit, and you have to stay hydrated, of course. Sometimes just plain water isn't enough. Also, we have teas two different types of teas, just a couple of teas that I grabbed and threw in there. And I believe, yep, I have over here, I have medications in a Ziploc bag, keep them dry. And I had a thing of honey, but I do not have that in here. So, like I said, stainless steel mug to put all of this stuff in, which I'm going to put some of it back in because when I go through this can, you'll need the room to put stuff out. So let's lay out the bandana, which, as you can see, not a full-size bandana because I've already used it for char before. Okay, so yes, this is a can, but not your ordinary pop top because that's fake. This is a pop top, is what it says, and it is something to hide goodies in, like for instance a survival kit. In the top here I have fire making materials. This is fat wood shavings to be able to start a fire, and some magnesium shavings to help with the fire. And in no particular order, we're just going to start taking things from the top. So if you did have a shelter, which I obviously do not have a shelter with this kit, but hopefully you have something with you. And if you don't have tie-out points, I always keep a marble, because if you take a marble and fit it in like that and tie a rope around it, there's a tie-out point. Some of you know that, some of you do not. So that is the purpose of the marble. Like I said, with the number 10 bank line here, you could turn that into a fishing kit. And what I have here is for repairs, and also as a fishing hook, a couple of safety pins. That hole right there specifically, you can run your line through it, and up there at the top as well when this is open can serve as your anchor point for a fishing line. Next up, we have a whistle for safety reasons, of course, and if you get lost or stranded and you might be somewhere near civilization or a heavily traveled trail or whatever, you've got a way to reach out to people. And then I have what they call a nano light, that if you twist it, it comes on. Probably can't see much of that because of the light. So I keep that because it's a micro, it's very small, and I keep those on reflective paracord, so that if I do drop it, have a headlamp or a light or something, then I'll be able to find this. Next up, we have a magnesium rod, stick, block, whatever you want to refer to it as. And it also has a small ferro rod on there. Then of course you have your striker that has pretty good 90-degree edges on it. As you can see, I have kind of made it a little more 90, a little more reshaping it myself. And then you've got a little saw on there, which I wouldn't trust or, you know, use this as your only means of cutting wood or whatever you need to cut. But there's that. You're going to see some redundancy with fire starting. Let's see. We have trusty Swiss Army knife that has, you have your awl, you have a corkscrew, you have your pick, your tweezers. It has all of the knives that a traditional Swiss Army knife would have. Has your trusty scissors that are very sharp. I don't believe this one has the saw. Well, yeah, it does. This one does have the saw. This saw I would trust more so than this striker, because this one definitely is a little more aggressive, and this one is amazing. As you can see, it's a little dirty because I do use this one a lot. So anyway, there's your survival knife, saw, scissors, tweezers, all of the items that you would need out in the bush. So for the little light here, I keep the extra batteries because they're small, don't take up much room, and you should always have extra batteries if you have something that takes batteries. So there's that. In here we have button compass. Some people say these aren't very reliable, but this one, north is the way that it's facing, of course, but this one doesn't have the bubble in it. It's actually filled with the liquid, and I have used it several times and tested it several times, and this thing has been so accurate, and I've not had any issues using this specific button compass. Other button compasses that I have, not so great. This one works as it should. More redundancy, we have small Bic lighter with some I believe it's I think it's Gorilla duct tape, and if you didn't know, that can be used as a fire starter. It can be used for repair, it can be used for first aid, multiple uses for tape. Let's see, right here we have a couple small pieces of fat wood just to help get a fire started if, say, we're in wet conditions and we need something dry to get a fire started. So we have those. We have sewing needles, two different styles here, a curved one and a straight one for repair work. Have some sinew left on here from when I did the Polish bread bag, when I added my patch to it. So I have that for a little bit of repair work. I can also use the bank line. I can also use the jute twine. I also have another set of tweezers for, you know, in case these are too small and you need something a little bit bigger, big splinter or something like that. So I do have those in here for multiple reasons. Let's see, we've got a couple of band-aids, so not really much of a boo-boo kit, just a couple of band-aids. We have, if I can get them out, a couple of alcohol pads. These obviously would be used for first aid and sanitary reasons, and also you can use it as fire starter as well. So another way to start fires if need be. We have a small little steri strip for bigger cuts that you may need to use these strips that can close a wound a little better if you need that. To go with our drinks, I have vitamin C emergency, you know, more immune system. If you don't have food, it's okay to always have something to drink to get you some sort of vitamins, nutrients, something that can get you by until you can get rescued or get something to eat. Let's see, next up we're going to pull out an emergency blanket. So this, when I said I didn't have a shelter, I didn't have a regular shelter. I have an emergency shelter. So this could be used in conjunction with the marble like I showed before. You've got your line to be able to tie around that marble to give yourself a pull point. And then you can also use, you know, ridge line, throw this over it, and stake it to the ground somehow. That I did not put in here as something because we're not doing a actual go out and survive with this kit. So maybe in a future video I'll show how you can stake this out without tearing it up and ruining it. Last but not least, I have a fire starting puck. This here happens to be the homemade one that I made, which is just like the one you can get from Self-Reliance Outfitters, but my own, of course. And it fits nicely in the bottom of a round can. So as you can see, from left to right, all of this stuff, except for the can itself, or sorry, the mug itself, pretty much fits in here. Very small, compact kit that's interchangeable. No need to have exactly what I have. You can put your own twist on it. You can add your own things. Obviously, I would want to have more stuff, so I would probably have a haversack or my Polish bread bag or some sort of a food with me. And of course you have your everyday carry, like I've got, you know, multi-tools sitting here just off camera. I have my knives usually in my on my belt, on my person, some sort of cargo pant, or, you know, a way to carry food. And, you know, I don't plan to go out and have just this kit and try to survive. I would want to be prepared and have more stuff. But this, as you can see, would be a very small emergency kit and very easily done with things if you have an abundance of items to just throw into a kit. And that's pretty much it for this video. And let me see. Yeah, if you made it this far and haven't already subscribed, I would appreciate a subscribe and a thumbs up. And to all of my subscribers and hopeful new subscribers, please share my channel, my videos, with all of your social media platforms. And I guess until the next time we meet again, get out there.